Christine, welkom.
Dank je.
Je gaat ons een stukje meenemen in het verleden.
Back to the future and back to the future again.
En terug naar de toekomst.
Like
Succes.
15 years ago in 1994, I used to do a lot of presentations about the internet, the future of the internet, the future of technology in general. And I would talk about the digital city of Amsterdam and about what people did over there. And in general, people would not accept that the future was coming, was already there, even when it was hitting them in the face. When I was talking about spending all my spare time being on the internet, they would say, get a life, go out, meet people. What they didn't know is online I was meeting way more people than I could have ever met offline. This is confusing because I can see two slides here. One of the things that people don't do when they predict the future is they don't see change, they see more of the same. The internet is computers, it's information, it's a lot of it. So we'll have information overload. Information overload will kill our brain, and that's what people use to warn us for the dangers of the internet. But you could see that that's not true, because people don't get information from the internet. Where were they going in a digital city? To the library, to the news center? No, they went to the town square, to the chat box. People don't get information from the internet. They connect, they get online. The same is true for cell phones. When I would show them my cell phone and said, you can call me all the time from now on, they said, you're a loony. You need your peace of mind. You need your moments of rest. You don't want to be called all the time. And then they said, I will never have a cell phone. I will never ever have a cell phone. I will not go crazy. Well, you know where we went. If you want to predict the future, you need to use your imagination. Now, I always found inspiration in William Gibson, who predicted the internet 10 years before it happened. Neil Stephenson, who predicted the internet as we have it right now, in pretty much a lot of detail. And William Gibson predicting Johnny Mnemonic, but I'll get back to that. Of course, you have to see through the metaphors. The protagonist hero in Snow Crash was living in a 3D world, but he would have felt at ease with the internet as we know it, with Facebook, with Twitter, and everything else. Basically, it's the same what Stephenson predicted. Use your imagination if you want to predict the future. Now, there's one thing that makes predicting the future, two things that make it complicated. One, you have to know what motivates people, what makes people go. And as I said, it's not information, it's connecting, it's talking. Who's the happiest person here? I hope you're all happy listening. Of course, I'm the happiest person because I'm the one who gets to do the talking right now. That's what we want to do. And that's what you see people do. When I stop talking, you start talking. What do we do on the internet? Do we listen? No, we tweet. We don't read the tweets. We type the tweets. We talk. And that's what we want to do. That's what makes people go. If you want to select a technology that will be successful, it will allow us to talk more often to more people. The second complication is technology revolutions go faster every time. Agricultural revolutions turned us into farmers, took 10,000 years. In the Middle Ages, we went to distribution of labor, division of labor, took 1,000 years. Industrial revolution, we started to use engines, took 100 years, 150 years, 10 times faster again. Aviation took us by surprise. TV, major change of our lives, took 10 years, 10 times faster again. The internet, 15 years ago, 1995, it took 1 year from nobody being on the internet to everybody being on the internet. Now realize what that means for the future. Industrial revolution in just 2 weeks, can you imagine? The next technology revolution will take place in 3 months or even 1 week. Think about it. There will be a time that it'll take 1 second to change the world. Do you know Rob Spence? Rob Spence lost an eye when he was 13, and he's a filmmaker. He has a prosthetic eye. So about now, he's putting a little camera in his prosthetic eye, and he'll hook it up wirelessly to the internet. So he'll look at you. With one eye, he sees you. With the other eye, he broadcasts you to the internet. Also, I know it's possible to use a camera in your eye socket and connect it to an eye nerve, connect it to your brain to make blind people see. Add 2 and 2 together. Brain connected to eye, connected to the internet. Wow, that's what I want to do. And that's what motivates us. We talk, we connect. We can talk to more people more often, talk more when our brains are connected to the internet. And that's what will happen in the future. The metaphor, if you take it one step further, is a hive mind, all minds of us all working together. And there's a novel by Orson Scott Card, Speaker for the Dead. I'm sure some of you have read it. It's a sequel to Ender's Game. And it's about a civilization, alien civilization, that has a hive mind. They're bees, and the queen bee does all the thinking for them. They're way intelligent, but they're also very peaceful. That's a nice consequence of being a hive mind. Thinking, all of us together, makes us way more powerful and fulfills our need to connecting to each other, to talking more. Another example, of course, is 7 of 9, who had a connection to the hive mind of their co-workers. But of course, once you enter the starship, they had to disconnect the device, because that's not what you want. You don't want to be connected. You don't want to have a cell phone. That's basically what they said. My prediction is, for the next 15 years, that while you now say, I will not, we will all have a brain implant that hooks us up to the internet permanently. That will happen within 15 years. And I hear you saying, I will never ever have a brain implant. That will not happen to me because my brain will explode when I do. But of course, you do have a cell phone, right? Do I hear you saying, I will never ever have a cell phone? Do I hear you saying, I will never ever have a brain implant? Thank you.
Je bent heel snel weg, maar volgens mij loopt er al iemand rond met zo'n
Vragen.
oog.
Nou, een bijzonder mooi verhaal, vind ik.
First of all, thank you for this very inspiring talk. Oh, sorry, I'm over here. I can't stand up because all my gear will fall on the ground, I'm sorry. What I'm wondering is, you're actually talking about the brain implant, and of course, when I talk about this kind of technology, which is going to be part of our life in the near future, people look very afraid by the idea that it's actually implanted in their body, and they want to have some control switch to shut it down, which is kind of hard when it's in your brains or in your body somewhere. Could you imagine it being something attached to your body, but not implemented or integrated with you in your body?
As I said, you have to look through the metaphor as you do with Snow Crash. We're not in a virtual reality world, but basically, hero protagonist is among us. Maybe it's not an implant right away, maybe it's something that's connected to your body, but I'm very convinced that sooner or later we'll have implants. I mean, it's happening today. I know a person who has an implant in their ear, which hooks up the microphone to their brain, so they don't hear what you're saying, but they hear a car coming. I have 2 eyes, I've had surgery for cataract. My eyes, lenses, are not my own lenses. They're artificial. So I have implants already. So the step, and Rob Spence, he will have an implant in his eye. People who are blind have implants that connects the camera to their brain. So yeah, we do have cell phones. I mean, there's 500 people here, there's 600 cell phones. Sometime there will be 500 implants here.
Nog één vraag?
Ja,
Iemand anders?
Ik zie daar iemand heel hard met zijn hand omhoog.
Een oude bekende.
In 15 years, what will be the killer implant?
A bullet.
I take it there will be a lot of them, because if you see the speed of technology revolutions, people say, well, go slower, but Moore's law has kept up, so Christine's law will keep up also. There will be a lot of revolutions, so if they take us by surprise, once you have an implant, it'll take 1 second for us all to have a new implant, because they download the software, or you download the software into it. So the killer app will basically be the ability to upload the new killer implant.
Dankjewel.